Hey everybody,
I'm Caleb.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Will.
And we are Working Title!
It feels weird sitting here and having to be first. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh shit, I gotta go first now.
Yeah,
Oh,
hot
shit.
seat.
Hot seat.
Guys, it's Death Note time, episode 13, Confession.
Confession.
Last on, we met Misa and her new Shinigami Rem. A little story about their origins and how she came to get the book with another Shinigami named Jealous.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace. Tears. And we're going to see how this new trio is going to work out between her and the two geniuses. So, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so you can stay here through the next continuation of the TV series. Oh, I'm so good with words. Didn't you
Big
love
word
that?
guy.
Check out the Patreon. You can get 2 weeks in advance for the show. And most importantly, happy holidays. I don't know when this is coming out, but all the same, enjoy yourself and the new year that comes with it. And we're gonna punch it. See you guys.
Riz. He just like, stop! I'm pulling. You come to me now. It's like the Duke thing. Just like, come on. Yay. My favorite, it's the thinking.
Light,
It's the
there's another
thinking
message from the
theme.
second Kira. It was sent to Sakura TV and we intercepted it. I'm told it's a video in a journal this time. Anyway, I figured I should tell you.
A journal? What is that idiot up to now? Why can't he just wait?
Journal.
He wanted the journal shown on TV?
Yes, this is it.
2006? These entries are from last year.
Please take a look at the entry he made on the 30th.
Confirmed our Shinigami at the Tokyo Dome. This is probably supposed to mean that he plans to do this on May 30th. If this were aired on TV, his intentions would be obvious to anyone who sees it. Besides, he can't see my Shinigami unless he touches my Death Note. How's he planning to do that?
Is that how that works?
Hey, Rem. I forget. Why can't I see my own lifespan even though I have Shinigami eyes? Do you think you could tell me again?
Humans with Shinigami eyes only need to know the lifespan of their victims. And just as we can't see the lifespan of others of our kind, humans who possess a Death Note cannot
Very
see
good.
each other's lifespan, even with the eyes.
I'm almost positive that the real message from this diary is the one regarding Aoyama. But if that's the case...
What do you think? Is it real?
What do you think?
I have to be careful not to say too much. Better to wait and hear his opinion first.
Please tell me what you're
At this
getting.
point in time, all I can say for sure is he must be stupid.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's completely obvious he wants to meet Kira at the home game.
Just walks away.
Do you understand what would happen if we aired this message? It would create an immediate panic and the game would have to be cancelled.
Won't canceling the game make him angry? There's no telling what he'll do.
Frankly, that's not a big concern. From what we've witnessed, it's safe to say the second Kira admires the real one. He gave his word to the Kira we invented that he'd refrain from killing aimlessly. It all depends on how stupid he really is. However, assuming he's not actually the idiot we think he is, there could be another message hidden in this diary, one that's not so obvious. If there's a message here written in some code that only people who have this Shinigami power can understand, there'd be no way for me to decipher it. Still, it would only make sense for us to look into all of the places that were mentioned in the journal. 22nd, he's meeting a friend in Aoyama. 24th, meeting another friend in Shibuya. We have to be prepared for the possibility that all of our efforts will be fruitless. Let's keep an eye out for people with notebooks in Aoyama and people in clothing stores in Shibuya.
It's as I thought. If this phony kid slips up and gets apprehended, at the very least I have to obtain his notebook. And in the worst case, I may end up having to kill everyone there.
Oh my god! Whoa!
There's surveillance cameras in Aoyama and
The
Shibuya.
genocide part hasn't really hit yet.
I should probably go to Aoyama and Shibuya since I blended with the crowd there, you know?
Yeah.
I'll go too.
But the light.
I'll be alright, don't worry. Aoyama and Shibuya are places I'd go anyway. Not to mention, out of all of us, I'd probably look the most natural hanging out with Matsui there.
True.
Besides,
It's
the
the
second
hair.
Kira will be there looking for Kira, not for the police.
They got that J-pop star style.
Okay,
I
we'll
was
talk about
obsessed
our
about
trips
that
tomorrow.
last part though.
Sounds good, Light. See you tomorrow. Careful getting home.
See, oh my god.
It's happening again.
Hello, dear. You're back quite late today.
Yeah. I'm supposed to keep the fact that I'm helping with the Kira investigation a secret. It's because I was hanging out with my girlfriend.
You're?
What's her name?
It's not that surprising. I'm 18 and I'm in university now.
Yes.
Of course I have a girlfriend.
Of course.
Obviously.
I mean, look at me. I am a normal male boy
What's
guy.
that supposed to mean?
I have a girlfriend 18.
Actually, I'm still full from room service at the hotel.
He forgets how to be human over time.
So what's this about the hotel? Sounds pretty suspicious.
Okay, Ryuk. We need to have a little talk.
Gotta find a girlfriend.
And I'd appreciate an answer if you could. If two Shinigami happen to meet in the human world, are they allowed to speak to each other?
Hard to say. As long as I'm attached to a human, I'd say it's against the rules unless I had their permission first. But there's no laws against it either, so I guess it's possible that another Shinigami might talk to me.
So, does that mean that if this fake Kira Shinigami were to see you, there's a chance he might mention the fact that you're with me and reveal that I'm Kira?
They probably wouldn't, but it depends on their personality.
And if this kind of situation did arise, I can assume that you'll act the way you normally do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if I see another human with a Shinigami, I'm not gonna tell you.
Well, I definitely think
Loser.
you've got the right approach.
Thanks.
I love the refusing.
There's no way. Do you really think this far ahead?
What is it?
Aoyama is a big area. I was searching for possible meeting places when I stumbled across this. Note and blue, it's a code.
Well, if you ask me, that's pretty elaborate.
You might be smarter than I thought. Which means I'll have to be that much more careful from now on.
Excuse me, Light? So what's going on here?
Oh, these are some of my friends from school.
Nice to meet you.
This is my cousin Taro. It's his first time ever in Tokyo, and he wants to see Aoyama and Roppongi, so I figured the least we could do was show him a good time. I'm counting on you guys.
He's like, oh.
Oh yeah, he also told me he's looking for a girlfriend, so does anyone want to volunteer?
Hey, I never said that.
This is a crew of
I don't
people.
think anyone would ever suspect that there was a police detective hanging around with these students.
With all of us walking together like this, even if Ryuk is seen, no one would be able to tell which one of us he's
Smart
targeting.
man.
It's
There you
also
go.
a
I
good
get
defense
it now.
against L surveillance cameras. Not such a bad way to investigate, really. I just have to stay relaxed and keep an eye on the entrance of the note blue when it opens.
Damn. She already looking. Oh, there she is.
Found you.
What?
It's them eyes.
How'd she know?
Yagami, is it? You're the only one whose lifespan I can't see. He's Kira. I can't believe it. I never thought it would be this easy to find him.
Oh, fuck. 'Cause she's...
All right, Rem, time to go.
Huh. You finally found him and now you just want to leave?
Well, I can't go up to him and say, "Hi, Kira, nice to meet you. I'm the one who sent you the messages." With all these people around, I know his name now, so I can easily find out all about him.
Damn.
After all, it's
Jesus.
such a unique name.
I never realized that being Kira is basically like being an imposter in Among Us. You immediately know who the other killer is with the
Yeah.
red lines.
Is that why you were like, oh, earlier?
No.
It will be rendered useless if the victim's name is misspelled 4 times? The whole Death Note or just the one you're trying to write? The whole Death Note. Gee, that's not fair.
It's written as moon, but red as light.
What if you're dyslexic and aren't good at writing
It
names?
sure is amazing.
You die.
Look at all
You
this
die.
stuff. He won the national tennis championship when he was in his second and
got
third years
butt
of junior high.
and
He gave
boobas.
an address as freshman representative at this year's entrance
Why?
ceremony.
And Rem, is Rem staring?
Yeah.
I can't find a picture of him,
laptop.
but there won't be anyone else with a name like Light Yagami. Who would have ever thought that Kira would be so young and handsome?
Dreamy.
Everything about him was better than I imagined. I can't believe how easy it was to purchase this information. The world sure is a scary place. I even know his home address now.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to his
So we were
home.
there both days.
I didn't notice anyone who looked suspicious at the note blue. Was he serious about the dome?
I love Ryuk.
Miyazaki, apparently Sakura TV has just received another message from the second Kira.
What the?
It was postmarked on the 23rd.
I'm happy to say that I have found Kira. To all of the people at the television station and the police department, I'd like to thank you very much.
Impossible! If this is true, the only possible event that would correspond with this tape being mailed on the 23rd is the entry regarding Aoyama on the 22nd. The only ones from the task force who went to Aoyama are Matsuda and Light Yagami.
Damn it!
Is Light really Kira after all? Still, there's no proof it even happened.
This is a disaster if he found him.
Yeah, and most likely means that the two Kiras are now cooperating.
It'd really suck if it was my son.
At this point, I don't conclusions. The second Kira is only saying that he found him, nothing more. He may not have made contact yet.
Looks like he's wet his pants. That shadow.
I feel like he pissed himself.
It is the police directly.
His poker face is terrible.
That's 20% increase.
The police need to reach out to the copycat and offer him a deal. We need to negotiate with him to see if we can get Kira's real name.
That's the last thing you wanted to hear, right?
Ryuk is the biggest asshole.
Yeah, he's an odd.
He's
He
such a
literally is against our boy.
I'm not telling you nothing, dipshit.
Whatever you do, you must not approach Kira out of curiosity. Make no mistake, Kira will kill you if you contact him. You'll be used and disposed of. Consider your own life for a moment. Yours, like every other life, has an intrinsic value. Now is your chance to right past wrongs by sharing what you know about Kira. Only you can help us bring his reign of terror to an end.
Where are you going?
To
Yeah.
introduce myself.
The Fed. You're pulling up.
Live right next door to each other.
Oh, could that be your
I
father?
think she knew his address.
Welcome!
I hate this.
Hello and good evening. My name is Misa Amane. I just came by to give Light an important notebook he left at school earlier today. Could you wait here for a second?
Could you, wait here?
Notebook. Could it be?
I hate this. Why?
Girl.
Girl. Bro, let him be honest.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Misa Amane. I thought you might get worried if you saw that message on TV. I just couldn't take it anymore, so I brought this notebook.
Death Note.
Oh shit.
Shinigami. She's the fake Kira. Please, come in.
You're sure it's okay?
I'm bringing the baddie to my room real quick.
She came all this way to return my notebook.
Mom, sister, get the fuck out the way.
Sure, I don't see why not.
I already told you about her.
Huh?
Oh, the girl. I mean, the alias works, but
yeah.
Have a seat.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, he's like, bro, you fucking it up for all of us right now. This is an interrogation.
We're so lucky there's no cameras right now.
How did you find me?
I knew it. You never made the Shinigami ideal. When you have the Shinigami eyes like I do, you can see most people's name and lifespan just by looking at them. However, you can't see the lifespan of any person who possesses a Death Note.
No kidding. I have to admit, even I wasn't aware of that little detail.
But you were careless. What if you'd been caught by the police? Then they'd know everything about Kira.
It's all right. Because the police didn't catch me. And if I do as you say from now on, they'll never be able to. So we're safe. After all, don't you need someone to see Al's name? If you want, I could be your eyes. So...
Yeah. So what?
I hear that.
Would you please make me your girlfriend?
Girlfriend?
Yes.
The Riz. The
If she finds out I'm manipulating
Riz.
her and gets
It
hurt,
was spoken, Will. It was literally spoken. I meant
impossible.
lights.
The day that you and I were in Aoyama, there were 3 times the usual number of surveillance cameras around. Anyone who was in Aoyama on the 22nd would have definitely been caught on camera. That includes me.
But look, these are pictures of me when I went to Aoyama that day.
So clever.
Well, I'm sure no one would recognize her from this.
And what about your fingerprints? All those tapes you sent to the TV station, they all had the same fingerprints on them.
Yeah, but those aren't my fingerprints. It's not like I do these things without thinking about them first.
And this friend you made the tapes with, where is she now?
Why are you doing this to me? If you want me to kill her, just say so and I'll kill her.
Bro!
If you really still can't trust me, then here. I'll even let you hold on to my death note. But you'd just be holding it. So I'd still be the rightful owner of it, and that means I get to keep my Shinigami eyes. Isn't that right, Rem?
Yes, that's right.
Why is she helpful and
Now there's
Ryuk
no
isn't?
way I could
He's
possibly
an asshole. I said it,
And if I
man.
become a burden to you, then you can just kill me.
Ryuk doesn't
okay?
love him.
Why would she go this far? But you might have removed several pages from your death note. You could be hiding them somewhere for all I know.
Why are you so suspicious of me? I already told you I don't care even if all you do is use me.
All I want is you.
How can you say
If all I do is use you.
Exactly 1 year ago, my parents were killed in a robbery. I was home with them at the time. It happened right in front of me. I wanted that man to pay for what he did. But the trial dragged on forever. Opinions started surfacing that he was being falsely accused. Then it happened. Kira punished him for what he did to my parents. And that's why Kira means everything. Kira means everything to me.
This is one of the sycophants.
All I wanted was a chance to meet you one day. So I could thank you for what you did.
She's not as stupid as I thought, and she has promised to obey me from now on.
He's like, I have a slave now. My Discord kitten. Aw. Poor girl. She's going to be now manipulated.
She said she wants to.
The gaslighting begins.
I understand. I can't be your boyfriend, but I can act like it. The lengths you went to meet me, to be of help to me, those eyes of yours that you sacrificed half your life to get, will become my weapon.
This music is wild.
I'll try my hardest to make you love me. I promise.
This is so fucked up. This is so wrong. Light Yagami. Hero. Look, oh my god.
Oh, damn it, man. Oh.
His hero origin.
Oh,
he killed the man that killed
guy.
the person that killed my parents.
I don't care, as long as, even if you use me, what is that, something like that?
You can use me.
I really don't
I
even
just
care
wanna
what
be
this
useful.
becomes, even if you use me.
You just want to be useful.
Well, guys, that is confession. And now we know Misa's intentions. To be an acolyte. The acolyte of the Kira cult.
To be the girlfriend.
Yeah, to be the girlfriend.
The thankful girlfriend.
Hopefully a girlfriend one day. A
Yeah.
real girlfriend.
Wild. Like,
how fun.
I think it's just, I mean, it works because there's a lack of resources amongst the Kira investigation team.
Yeah.
But I'm like, bro, like, the fact that they lucked out that she was able to, like, come here without anyone knowing except for mom and sister.
Pure
And then he was just like, yeah, I have a girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Perfect
Like,
timing.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, the show, like, I wouldn't know where the story would have to go if you had the cameras here. Like, everything is, like, coincidence and well placed so that the story can move forward without Kira getting in trouble way too early in the show.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what you would have to do story-wise to make up for the fact that if there were still cameras, they just wanted to keep them just for the extra sus that they keep for Kira. Even if it's just one camera in Light's room. But yeah, it's not what the story has, unfortunately. So there is a little bit of wonder in that. Like why is the show allowing for those easy moments? But I think it's just to keep the story rolling and deal with the next task.
Just a little suspension of disbelief that they're still investigating this kid. They're like, let's take out all the mini microphones and cameras out of his room.
You're definitely right about that. That's I think when I first watched this, that was the one criticism I really had when it came to the show is there is a bit of disbelief you have to have just for the enjoyment. But I think the show has proved itself to be clever in some aspects. So it's okay, I'll forgive it with these things because. The writers can only the characters can be only as smart as the writers, and it is hard to find writers to really give you even better versions of these type of stories because there's so many detective shows out there, and they're very not clever at all.
Yeah.
There's a lack of any form of nuance or layering if you just look up cable TV. But I think Death Note's in the higher category if you have to say. I wouldn't say Death Note's the best Sherlock Holmes, I think, is a really good one. Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch, they set it up in a way that you never have to ask those questions. But
yeah. I mean, this is probably the first time in this show where I've been meh. I don't really know how I feel about that necessarily. Just the way it played out, and that some stuff works out too well sometimes.
Yeah.
Even though it still works out in a bad way, because now, even though she's in, Light is still in the hot seat because of her message. I mean, I found you, LOL. Because okay, well.
Doggos hate me.
Yappy little doggo.
But it works out horribly for Light because she snitched and was hey, I found you, and they're well, we haven't even made it to the baseball date. So clearly she saw Light at that point, or that's at least what Elle is thinking.
Yeah.
It seems more likely that Light is Kira at this point. Although he doesn't, even if this even if right now he was this confirms my suspicion, he doesn't have enough evidence to prove it. Which I would hope that the show kind of takes that turn too. For me personally, it can't just be Elle being of course I think he's him because of these reasons. It's you gotta at least have some more proof, not just your steps of logic that make you think, oh, this and this and this and this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is true too. I'll say the one benefit about the whole camera and mic thing is the cops went to a huge extreme when it came to that.
Yeah.
And broke a lot of boundaries. And I think when it was only a 5% chance that it could be him. I think in the episode where Light's dad was in the hospital, Elle made it pretty clear that this is really because the only thing we have to go off of is Light right now, that we went to those extremes. We don't really think it's you, but we have no other routes right now, so we wanted to kind of double down on this. Because I think he says in the hospital, I don't want you to think that, I specifically think it's just you. I think right now you're the best bet. So I wanted to put some chess pieces on that, and that's why he went to the graduation and kind of play around, because I don't think they know who else to really target, because I think we talked about, there's not a lot of leads.
Yeah.
It's very hard, even though they've closed it down to a district of Japan. There's also the fact that even though they've closed it down to a district, you can always move. You don't have to be in the area. They've just assumed that it might be somebody who's going to stay in this area.
Yeah.
But there are possibilities for why there could be doubt, and not all eyes should be on Light. I think it just feels so much like it's on Light from our perspective, because that's literally the route that we see everything, because Light's the main character.
Yeah.
But we don't see what the detectives are doing in the meantime, because we don't really care about that. It's not that exciting if we're spending time doing other things. And
because we know the answer.
We know the answers, exactly. Yeah. So I think this show just chooses to focus, and because of that, it comes off as a flaw when maybe if we give it a little bit more time, it's like, maybe it makes sense. But the whole, like, I have a girlfriend, definitely worked out in his favor. Though it is light, and we've seen his pull game is pretty amazing. So I think he could have used that as an easy fall through plan, and then it just happened to be that another girl showed up. I mean, we saw how it was with that date from hell. Like, that girl was still ready to go after, like, that shooting.
Yeah.
He showed up late, and he was like, "Oh, sorry." She's like, "Oh, I don't care."
No, it's fine.
He invites 8 people to just go hang out, like, as if it's some, like, fan club. Like, I had friends, but I don't know if I could just, like, tell, like, a group of people to be like, "Hey, let's go do this thing right now." Well, immediately.
And we never see him interact with those people beforehand. So it's just like he summoned 8 people to hang out with.
Yeah, and I didn't even bring it up in attention, but I guess it matters too now. Like, in the first episode, he passes by people who, like, want to hang out. He's just like, no. Like, people actively want to hang out with him. He seems like a cool guy in most people's eyes. He's just not about that. He does not care that much. His priorities are like Jaden Smith. I'm too cool for these people. I'm just too much about the economics of the world.
Jaden Smith's like, I really need to solve all the world's problems. Me.
Such a
very very important 22-year-old.
Yeah. And even worse, he's a high schooler. He ain't even in the college game. Like, he just went to college. But yeah, so how you guys feeling? The more exciting thing, how you guys feeling about Misa, this crazed individual?
How she just moves and does things concerns me. I think that she's gonna be like the foil or the reason later on if anything wrong happens to Light, it's going to be because of her, or as a result of her actions, because she seems, even though she proved that she's, like, smart and she moves pretty well, like, tries to, like, with the whole explanation about sending the whatever to the radio station, getting her friend to put her fingerprints on it and stuff.
She still throws a lot of caution to the wind.
Yeah, no, she's like, God, I'm careful, though, but, like, it's careful to an extent where Light is, like, careful
to an
unreasonably perfect extent.
He has an unreasonable measure of caution, and she's like just like semi-cautious because it's like, okay, well, what about this? Like they see that these two are dating, and like here's what's gonna happen. Or I can imagine this happening where Elle's like, I've never seen this girl at the college before. I was watching you pretty closely. Are you already dating a new girl? Like, even though he's got the riz and like pulls a lot, but. You know, okay, where did this girl come from? They start digging on her. They're like, let's see if she has any close... Oh, she's into weird occults. Like, it's just an easy line to figure out, like, oh, that's her friend. They did this together. They're connected. Like, I don't know. To me, whereas, like, Light's like, I'm going to make a bomb so no one knows about this one piece of paper that doesn't... I'm
going to make my friend touch these letters. It's like, I'm going to bomb my house.
And I'm going to make it seem like it was an accident.
I'm going to kill my parents so no one gets the book.
Dude, and I'm sorry, not to jump around, but the part where he was like, well, worst case, I'll just have to kill everyone. I'm like, whoa!
Okay, we're jumping levels here now.
At the stadium?
Yeah, we went from only killing criminals to him being willing to just murder innocent people that see him.
Yeah, like, gotta do what you gotta do.
I gotta kill everyone.
Man, she scares me.
She does. She really does.
Like, she's so well thought out. Like, she had the whole like model fit to like disguise herself. Also, I got confused with that fit. I had the freak out moment earlier.
The lifespan of their victims, and just as we can't see the lifespan of others of our kind, humans who possess a death note cannot see each other's lifespan, even with the eyes.
May 22nd. My friend and I showed off our notebooks in Aoyama. If by notebooks he's referring to our death notes, that's something that can only be understood by me.
I thought it was... I forgot what was going to happen next. I thought she was the girl at the tennis match who, like, loves Elle. It just confused me because the haircut and the glasses. And I was like, was she always here? Because that's at the girl at the graduation. I was like, has Misa been, like, tracking these people? So I was so confused. Because remember, I haven't finished the show. So I thought they were going to reveal some stuff like she's been here longer than
I've been here the whole time.
And I got really confused. Sorry, guys. I have not finished the show. Forgive me for that. But no, that just happens to look very similar to the nerdy girl from high school.
I was like, it has to do something with the wig, because when you saw the wig, that's when you were like, you were,
what the fuck?
I was because I don't remember every episode. I forgot that's how she sees light for the first time.
Yeah.
But sorry, we're talking about her craziness.
Unhinged.
Just the fact that despite being like super like unhinged and crazed, that she can pull off like that, like she very well thought out for the whole like tape thing. I mean, that's some pretty top level like ways of covering your tracks that I don't think your average person could just come up with. Like, I'm not like, I'm good at like manipulating a crowd in like those like spy games or
Among Us.
Among Us
VR. Although every time we play Among Us, I always get the crowd, whether it's intentional or not, to kill Sam.
Yeah.
And Sam gets so mad.
And Sam just leaves and never plays again.
But
he doesn't get this, he weave his little web of deceit, so he gets pissed and leaves.
You just go with the plan of, no, I saw him kill. Doesn't matter what he says, I saw him kill.
Because my word is so reliable, and I'm like, I know for a fact. The funny moments too are like when I'm like 100% sure it is you, and then I'm wrong. I'm like, fuck, I feel like an asshole.
And then everyone's like going at Will the rest of the game. Okay, Will murdered Sam, and I'm like, Will's evil.
I promise, it was not good.
I didn't mean to, I swear.
Regardless, that is still really well thought out, on an average person level. Like that's some crazy stuff.
Yeah, no, she is smart. She's super smart.
But it's just like such a wild matchup to have that level. And remember, last episode I think she said like, even if he doesn't do what I say, I'm more powerful than him. So in this like form, like she knows she has the power in the situation. So she has like a sense of being able to demand things that she wants from him too, in a sense. And it's just so crazy because based off like how we perceive Kira, that's crazy. Like in my mind, like Kira comes off as like the power of the dynamic, and yet she claims to be a contender in that power dynamic.
Yeah.
So
average person here, Light and Elle are up here, and she's like not in the middle, but she's closer to their end, but still low enough that I feel like her games, like if it does work out where she is just the sword. And Light is the hand at that point, or the arm, then this works perfectly. But if she ever goes off on her own and starts making decisions, Elle's gonna pick it apart fast because they're gonna figure out that he's dating someone. Like they're not gonna be able to hide that because that's gonna be the alibi. But it's gonna make her a suspect at that point too.
She'll fold in a second if she becomes a suspect.
Yeah. I don't think she'll fold.
She'll like say
she'll
something.
go to murder.
Yeah, she'll kill. Quick. She'll kill, and that'll be how she folds.
Also, just a nice appreciation to the Shinigamis this episode. I do just like watching their mutual hunch that they have. Now that we have two of the same, just in different color iterations. I love Ryuk just being such a spectator and then jumps in when he feels the need to and then pulls out immediately when he doesn't want to. He is the most useless demon to have.
He's so fun.
He doesn't understand his own guidelines. He always brings up things like late into the game, just throws Light off, and then he doesn't even know like basic rules of the Shinigami realm when like today Misa just like explained to a demon the demon rule.
Well, yeah,
he's like, I didn't know that.
Well, even like the whole thing about like not like, because Light was going off of she'll be able to see Ryuk, so I gotta blend in. Where she's like, no, you can't see unless you touch their death note personally. So it's like, it doesn't even fucking matter. Like what Light did to protect himself wasn't even the right option. His best option was
it didn't even matter.
Yeah, his best option was to like
just not
show up really, to not meet her.
Yeah. So Ryuk is just as much of a fault as she can be in the whole Kira progression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Rem just hasn't really played much of a role other than like I love that like she could see Ryuk pass by and kind of made a bit of a face, but yeah, at least she has proved loyal to Misa and like seems to lay out more info than Ryuk though.
Yeah, Ryuk is just useless.
I do really like
intentionally
the
useless. It's awesome.
I like the color of Rem too, just the yellows and purples.
The yellow, purple, gray.
Really
combo.
cool combo.
Yeah.
Ravens.
True. Ravens. Baltimore.
Yeah.
I think it's like really annoying. Though. Okay, one other gripe with the show is, in my mind, when I like envisioned the show or what I thought the show was, I always thought that the Shinigami would do more of like a role that like I feel like we might have talked about this, but being able to write the name down and then the Shinigami goes and enacts the killing or whatever was happening, not just exist.
Yeah, float around and give bad advice.
They just
or
be
no
there.
advice at all.
They just be there and exist.
Yeah, which is kind of weird.
It just seems odd. Why would you make a character unless they're going to play more of a role later on? But in the beginning, it's just why? Like, why are you here?
Like, what purpose do you serve?
What
Especially Ryuk, when like you would think it would be the guide, and these horrible guides.
Yeah, he doesn't play as a guide role, and he doesn't even play as an antagonist or someone that is rooting for Light. He purely is a spectator.
And somehow he was able to connive and get a second Death Note from the Shinigami King.
Yeah.
How that happened, I don't know, but yeah, it would be cool if like they go and design the truck to go hit a person. Like, I don't know how that practically would work, but
yeah, I mean, even if it was the truck, like the first kill, swoops into the driver's seat, just grabs the wheel and turns it.
Could you write Ryuk murders Misa, something like that?
Yeah.
Ryuk kills Rem and Misa, a Shinigami fight. Yeah. And there's just not a lot of it's so weird, like Ryuk talking about like how he would interact with other Shinigami, like almost like they are purely spectator and that is it. Like, I don't know. I don't think much will really happen, so you don't really have to worry about me.
I don't know.
It depends.
Whatever.
Depends on the personality of them, I suppose.
Yeah.
I just need an apple.
Yeah.
I love how that is also the only way we've gotten Ryuk to do anything is food, apple.
It was really, I'll say for one of the episodes we watched, I think it was the tennis episode, Ryuk is barely in it for a lot of the L and Light scenes, and I just thought it was cool because like towards the end, when they're outside the hospital, he just like, a very random shot, like he just happens to appear. It's right when L leaves on the car, and I just thought,
comes in.
and then it just shows the fact that he's like always been there, and it's just so funny because like he kind of was completely absent when most of these episodes you do see him. So that's so creepy to think, like, he's just always there.
Yeah.
It's so creepy.
Like, if Misa and Light, they get to the real Sitch, they really become one, you know what I mean? He's just, him and Ren are they're just going to be standing
How
there.
do you do it?
They're
When
just gonna be
Rem and
watching.
Ryuk, it's two now, it's a crowd. Unless they like that kind of stuff.
They're just staring.
Y'all saw The Witcher, Yennefer likes to be watched. But we don't know.
That is true.
It's a thing. Not my. You know what I'm talking about. You know, Humpty Dumpty likes to be watched.
Just call me Humpty Dumpty.
No, Yennefer.
Is that her name?
Used to be. Anything else?
No.
Guys, make sure you leave a like on the video if you've not already. Check out the subscription button, and then when you check it out, punch the subscription button so you can join the Working Title crew as we usher through the Death Note series and be there when it wraps up. And check out the Patreon if you want to be one of the first people to see the show. And for now, we're going to punch it. Love you guys.